to be a first impressions get ready with me on the brand new Beetlejuice The Waiting Room palette by Melt Cosmetics. Now, I was really trying hard not to get this palette, but for just some reason I could not resist getting this palette because I love Beetlejuice. I did go for the Hocus Pocus collection eyeshadow palette from Colourpop for Halloween, but then I was like, I'm feeling a vibe with this, so I just decided to pick it up, and I'm really excited to try it out. It took about almost 2 weeks to get here because I didn't order it last Friday. I ordered it on Black Friday weekend, and it took almost 2 weeks. So I finally received it yesterday, so I'm super excited to film with it. And before I jump into this collab, before I jump into the look, I just wanted to say that this is a collab with my dear friend on YouTube, AllyBrianne. She is still waiting for her palettes to come here, but before you watch my video, please go and subscribe to her. Let's get her to 1,000 subscribers. No one else deserves it more than her. I absolutely love Ally. We really have become really good friends here on YouTube the past year, and I just love collaborating with her, and I'm so excited to see the looks that she comes up with. You guys, it is a struggle to talk right now because this is the 5th video that I'm filming this week. I've filmed Monday through Friday. Today's Friday, and I'm filming another video. So I am taking a good long break from filming this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I was not planning to film on Wednesday, but then Debbie surprised me with the Pat McGrath palette, and now I have this palette. And I was going to wait to film with this palette, but I'm like, it's so pretty, and I'm mostly just going to be concentrating on using the palette for this look. I'm not going to do like everything on camera. We're mostly going to be using the palette. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now we're going to jump into the palette. I went ahead and primed my eyes with the ABH primer, and then I just went in with my Colourpop Dewdrop lip oil as usual, and then I just set my eyes with my Marc Jacobs powder. So let me show you guys what this palette looks like. So this is the inner packaging. Like, how freaking amazing is that? That's the like dragon that Beetlejuice turns into around, like, I think it's during the part where he's like scaring the parents in the house, and I just love this part. So I'm just so happy that this artwork is on here. Like, it's amazing. I love it so much. And then when you open it up, it comes with a insert of one of the scenes from the movie, and it has this part from the movie in there, and this is obviously during the part that this palette is named after, and this palette is called The Waiting Room, and this is the part where some of them are waiting to be, you know, put into, you know, the death or underworld for the rest of their lives, but they're all stuck in limbo waiting in the waiting room, and they're like number 1 billion to be seen in the movie. It's just one of my favorite scenes. So this is what the actual palette looks like. It comes with this giant mirror, and then it comes with 10 shades. The first row is all of your like reddish toned shades, like blood red shades, and then the bottom is all of like your cool toned grays. So I'm really excited to jump into this palette today. I'm not sure. I really wanted to just go in with a red crease today. I don't know if that's going to be too much. I'm going to go into the shade Obituary first, and I'm going to use that really, really lightly in my crease. I know that these shades are super hella pigmented, but I think it's going to be fun. So let's just start out with this one. I did just wash, like, well, not wash this brush. I spot cleaned this brush tonight, but it should get fluffier throughout me using it. Okay, so see, when I actually blend it out, it's a little bit more sheer than I was expecting it to be. So I want it to be a pretty sheer wash of color. I'm going to take a tiny bit more and work that in the crease. So I've been hearing kind of mixed reviews about these palettes. Some people love them, some people say they're really hard to blend, but, and I'm not saying those people like are wrong or anything, I'm just saying like with these kind of shades, they are very, very pigmented, so you have to go in with a light hand. Like, you can't just like go in with a super coated pigmented brush full of saturated color. Like, you really have to build up the color gradually. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I am no expert in blending eyeshadow. I'm just saying, like, that's usually from my experience with Melt and with really other brands that are very pigmented shadows. You just have to go in slowly and slowly build up the color. Like, I have no problem with doing that. I'd rather do that with something that's super pigmented than something that's going to just not build up at all. Because for that's really frustrating. I mean, of course, I have other brands that aren't as pigmented as Melt, or other brands that I've fallen in love with this year, and that's totally fine. Again, sometimes you don't want something super saturated with color. Sometimes you want something a little bit more natural. And that's usually what I'm going for anyway. But I do appreciate when the color is buildable enough, so you can get that intensity if you want. So I am just slowly building up this color on the other side now. But I expected this palette to be the same amount of pigmentation as Melt's other palettes. Melt is known for being very pigmented. So again, I didn't really have a problem with these being overly pigmented. And I'm not really experiencing any problems blending out this shade so far. I'm just really taking my time with it. And I think it looks really good. So I think that's basically the desired color that I'm going for. Just want a tiny bit more up here. Kind of just take it up a bit higher. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I really like that color so far. Didn't really have any problems blending it out, and I think it looks pretty even on both sides. Okay, so once we're done with that color, we're gonna go in with the other deeper red shade in this palette, and it's called No Exit, and I'm gonna take that. Oh, wow. See, so pigmented. I'm gonna take that and define my crease with that shade, and I know that this is gonna be a beautiful deep red color. Now for me, I was not considering pretty much anything else in this collection. I really just was looking at the Waiting Room palette. And initially I was not going to get it, but then I really wanted to get one of the Melt highlighters because they were on sale for Black Friday weekend for $25 as opposed to them being $40 full price, and I thought that was a pretty decent discount, especially for Melt, that I decided to pick up the, ooh, I really like this deepening shade. Ooh, I'm getting like really red, deep, smoky vibes, and I'm really feeling like this is like a Beetlejuice palette. These are really pretty. Okay, and then for the outer corners, I'm going to go in with the black. I'm going to go in really light-handed, and it's called Charman. I'm going to dip it like twice, and that's probably it. And then I'm just going to throw that on the outer corners. Oh, I am experiencing just a little bit of fallout, but honestly, that doesn't really bother me because, again, I'm one of those people that do my eyes first before I do my face. I've learned from experience that it's just my preferred way to do my makeup. Of course, you guys do your makeup in any way you want. I'm just suggesting with Melt. Did I say suggesting? Suggesting, Caitlin. I don't know why that word is so hard for me to say right now. I'm suggesting with Melt that you do your eye makeup first. This is blending out really, really nicely. It doesn't even take any building. It just literally just went on. Like, it's not taking too long to blend. It just literally just goes on. And that's why I love their formula. But I do suggest you do your eyes first over your face. I've been wanting another palette from Melt for a while. Since the three brands that impressed me the most this year are Gimme Glow, Melt, and Glam Light's eyeshadow formula, literally have fallen in love with all three. They are all amazing. I really wanted another palette from both Glam Light and Melt because I already got the Give Me Glow Extra Spicy palette earlier this year, so I was kind of debating on which one I wanted. And originally I really wanted the She's in Parties palette, but then I decided to go for this one, and I was like, I'm glad I waited. All right, let me just pop on some glitter glue. So once we have the glitter glue on, I'm going to go in with this deep red right here. Like, I mean, it's not as deep as the other two, but I was kind of dying to use this really, really red color today. So this one is called Lydia, and I'm going to pop that on. Ooh, I'm going to pop that on my lid. That is beautiful. See, the thing is that with Melt, their shimmers are just as pigmented as their mattes, and they're beautiful. Like, it's just basically the color in the pan is what you get on your eyes, and that's what I can really appreciate about Melt, is that you really are going to get that beautifully saturated color. And I hadn't tried Melt for the longest time because I kind of refused to pay their prices because they are expensive, but I'm telling you, with their pay company, Sezzle, it makes it way easier to wrap your head around how much some things are, because these two items together was pretty pricey. But if you break up the payments with like $20 payments every 2 weeks, it really like doesn't seem as bad. So, I mean, of course, you're still ending up paying that in the end, but okay, I don't know why it's taking a little bit longer for me to build it up on this side. I didn't really have that problem on this side. Sometimes there's like problems I run into on another eye than I don't on the other eye. I feel like this eye, sometimes it takes a little while for something to build up. I'm just going to switch fingers, and that's probably going to help. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh my god, that shade is so wonderful. This palette is just, it's such Beetlejuice vibes to me. Like, I feel like, you know, Melt nails it, but I think that this palette, I think they did a way better job with the color story than with the Beetlejuice palette. I think that one is just super repetitive, and why didn't they make that palette 10 pan as well? I feel like that would have made more sense. Why did they just put 8 shades in that palette? I feel like if you wanted to get a palette from this collection, I feel like this one would be the one to go with, because, oh my god, I am loving this eye. It's so pretty. All right, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that No Exit shade. Again, well, actually, I already have black on my brush. Let me clean it off first. And then I'm going to go in again with No Exit, and I'm just going to reinforce that shade. Oh, so pretty. And again, you barely need any color, because you need like one tap in the pan and just blend it out, and it's just so easy. I'm gonna take a little, oh my god, this black is wonderful. It's just so easy to apply again. And I don't think we have to go in with the crease shade again, because I feel like it'll make it a little bit muddy and a little bit too pigmented. So now I'm just going to go in with my brow bone highlight. I just need to find my brush real quick. And then for the brow bone highlight, I'm going to go in with this really stark white shade. And it's called Sandworm. Oh my god, in their Rust palette, the brow bone highlight in there is so pigmented. So again, I suggest to go in with a very light hand. Ooh, that is actually not too pigmented at all, which I kind of like. I thought it was going to be really white, so I am going to build it up a little bit more. But that is really, really nice, and it kind of blends seamlessly. Ooh. Alright, I was hearing mixed reviews about this, but I love it. I'm already loving this palette. I think it's beautiful. I love it. I'm going to take a tiny bit more. I want it to be really bright underneath the brow bone because we have quite a bit of darkness on the eyes. All right, I'm in love with this palette. I think it's gorgeous. The Red shade is barely transferring. All the mattes are super pigmented. I have nothing negative to say. I love their formula. So now let's move on to the face. So I went ahead and primed my face, and then I went in with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation in the shade Fair 05W. And then for the concealer, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm just going to blend that out. I'm kind of into this concealer again. Been using it quite a bit. Just put a tiny bit on the chin. Oh my god, like, I'm already stressed. Like, how is it I never have any time to film anything when I need to go to work? It's, like, really, really sad. Alright, I'm just gonna blend it out. You don't really need too much of this at all. I was gonna use my Pretty Fresh concealer with this as I get concealer in my nose. Brilliant. Caitlin, Jesus. This is what happens when you have to rush. I always think I have more time and then I never have any time. Like, I don't know how the time goes by so fast when I'm filming. Like, and then I'm going to go ahead and just do my under eyes too. Okay, so I went ahead and just applied the concealer off camera, and now I'm just blending it out. Again, this concealer is really pigmented, so you really don't need too much of it. It's not cooperating with me today. I don't know why. Usually blends out pretty easily. All right, I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to do the same on this eye. So yeah, I'm excited to see Ally's look. We have done a lot of collabs this year, and I've just been so happy to do collabs with her because she's so creative and talented. So I'm really excited to see what she comes up with. She always comes up with some beautiful, like, new look that, like, you know, I feel so inspired by her usually. And I feel like she always does something different. And I just love her work. She's just amazing. And she's gorgeous, like, beautiful. And I don't know how someone couldn't fall in love with her personality. So I love her. Okay, so I went in with my Maybelline Skinny Liner in black. And then I went in with my Urban Decay Velvetizer underneath my eyes. And then I set my face with my Flower Beauty Light Illusion Powder. And then I just primed my lashes with the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. And now I'm just going to go in with my Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. The lid shade is transferring a little, which is no biggie. I might just go back in with the same crease shade again. But the color isn't, like, really transferring off my eye. I swear, every time I go back to this mascara, I always realize how much I actually love it. I'm just going to coat my bottom lashes real quick. And then for the inner corners, I'm going to go in with this, like, silvery shade right here, because I feel like, obviously, all the other shades are a little bit too dark. I mean, if I could find my inner corner brush, here we go. Let's just use this one. So I'm going to go in with that shade. Oh my god, that is really soft. Just be careful with that. It kind of dents the pan if you go in a little bit too harshly. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. Just trying not to go in too harshly. Why is it not picking up like it did on the other side? Why does that always happen? It picked up way better on the other side for some reason. Alright, I'm just going to use my fingers. I don't know why that's not doing what I want it to. I mean, I felt like this shade was more of a topper shade anyway, but it's like, come on. Gotta give me a little bit of something. And then I'm just going to wipe away that fallout. Yeah, that's pretty. I just want to take a little bit more. It's just for some reason not building up like I want it to for some reason. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay. And then I'm just going to do blush, bronzer, highlight. Okay, and then for bronzer, for some reason I don't have anything else in front of me. So I'm just going to use my Marc Jacobs one because really don't have time to grab another one. And this is a really beautiful contouring duo. So I'm just going to use this guy. And I actually kind of really love this with this look because it's more cool toned. I guess I don't know if I put the other one away or not. But it's not on my desk. So I don't know where it is. Always a hot mess, Caitlin. When am I never not a hot mess? But yeah, I didn't have time to do my lower lash line, and I kind of just wanted to keep it with black liner anyway, because I feel like if I put any red under there, it might be a little bit too much. So sometimes I just do liner on the lower lash line. Okay, and then if my hair would stop getting in my damn face, oh my god. For blush, I'm going to go in with my Jouer Rose Cut Gems palette, this guy right here. And I'm gonna go in, oh my god, if I could speak, that'd be amazing. In the shade Garnet, I'm going to use that. I'm going to go in with the shade Garnet. These are hella pigmented, so you really only need one dip, and it basically just saturates your whole cheek. These are wonderful, and I kind of wanted to go in with like a reddish color. But seriously, they are very pigmented. And they're so easy to blend out. I don't know why there were so many mixed reviews on this palette. I freaking love it. The blushes are wonderful in here. I love this blush palette way more than their blush duo. And so many people rave about the blush duos, and I was like, I didn't really love mine as much as everybody else did, but this palette is beautiful. So I'm like, why don't people like this as much as me? Okay, and then I actually have a new highlighter to go in with because I also ordered, like I said, one of Melt's highlighters in this order. And I'm just going to clean off my brush. The color that I got is the shade Stargazer. So this is what the packaging looks like. And then it looks like Diet, and we're going to use this today. I don't know how much this actually picks up, but oh, that's pretty. Ooh. Oh, I like that. That's really pretty. Oh, wow. That's actually stunning. I thought it was going to be like, for some reason, when I like swatched it and stuff, I thought it was like really stiff, and I was like, it's not going to be smooth on the face, I felt like, but that actually is gorgeous. Let me see with my mirror. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay, but I am going to spray it a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's really gorgeous. Okay, Melts. I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything else because their stuff is beautiful, but that's actually stunning. Ooh, it's definitely for more of the subtle at heart, but it's like a good subtle. I'm just going to set my face. And I'm just going to do my brows real quick. All right, so I went ahead and lined my lips off camera just to save some time. I kind of overlined one of them, but that's okay. This is in the shade. This is Kat Von D's Homegirl. I actually really love her liners, so I still use them when I can. And then for lips, I'm going to go in with the Stila Stale Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Note. This is a really gorgeous, like, deep, dark, vampy red. And I thought this would be perfect with this look. I'm just going to finish it up off camera. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. So here are the eyes. I'm kind of loving this look. I think it looks super pretty. The cheeks. And the lips. So yeah, again, I think that the palette is beautiful. I would highly recommend it. If you were interested in trying it, I really love how this look turned out. I think it turned out beautiful. I love it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please go and check out Ally's video. I can't wait to see her look, and subscribe to her channel. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at cbw819 and help me get to 500 subscribers so I can do a Christmas giveaway. I love you guys. Bye.